Hey everybody, what's up? This is a follow-up to the video that I did last time, which was the Would You Rather tag video. Somebody tagged me on that and I really enjoyed doing it, but I couldn't think of people to tag because, I thought of one person, but for the most part, most of the people that I watch on YouTube are not movie reviewers, ironically. So I decided to do a different tag video altogether and then tag people for that one. I think it's cool because you get to know the person a little bit better, and that's what I want to do. I want to get to know the people in the YouTube community better rather than the persona that they put on, the alias, whatever. So this is 50 questions and I have them on my phone. I'm just going to kind of go through them. The first question is, what are you wearing? Which I think I answered in one of my videos, but yeah, I'll show you. Okay, this is like my little bohemian look today. I've got this really cool scarf and this awesome necklace. It's like a dream catcher with these little things here. And I love this outfit, I have to say. Hold on. As you can see, it's like a dress and it's got these really cool like ruffly sheer things here, which swish when you move, and I love that. And then I'm just wearing some tights with some boots. So, nice little fall look. The next question, have you ever been in love? Yes. Yes. Next. Ever had a terrible breakup? I mean, I haven't had a terrible breakup, but I have felt very terrible after one, so I don't know if that counts. How tall are you? I am 5'7" and some change. How much do you weigh? Like 115 on a good day. Any tattoos? Yeah, I have 2 tattoos actually. I don't know if you can see that one, but it says "Break On Through," and that is a quote from a song by The Doors. And I have another one also. You can't see it because I'm wearing tights, but it's on my ankle and it's the Eye of Horus, or the third eye. So both the tattoos are kind of like psychedelic references to kind of like, again, like breaking on through to like other dimensions, breaking through, spiritual realms and that sort of thing. Any piercings? No, I have no piercings at all, not even my ears. OTP. Okay, OTP stands for one true pairing. So like, what's your favorite fictional couple? I don't really know. I mean, I'd have to go through and think about all the things I've seen, which is a lot. If I had to choose, I guess off the top of my head, I'd probably say Carmela and Tony Soprano is like the most fascinating, complex thing I've seen in a long time. I love Carmela because that woman is ballsy. She lets Tony know, what's wrong with him, and she knows him so well. She's so honest with him in a way. He needs that so much. He appreciates it, but he doesn't really respect her, but in a way neither does she. And just the way that their relationship plays out throughout the show in The Sopranos is so brilliant. I love the relationship between Anthony and Cleopatra in Shakespeare's Anthony and Cleopatra. I don't know if that's my favorite, but it's just kind of what came off the top of my head. To me, that is such an interesting relationship. It's almost like Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, another great couple pairing. It's about older people who have been through things, and I love that. Like, to me, that's way more interesting than Romeo and Juliet. Favorite show? The Sopranos. Favorite bands? I'm gonna say The Doors. That's my favorite band of all time, and hence the quote on my arm. And I would say Radiohead is like a hair beneath. I love Radiohead. And the Beatles, because they're the Beatles. Something you miss? I miss being in love. Favorite song? My favorite song, God, this sounds like I'm doing like a Doors love fest, but The End by The Doors is my favorite song from their very first album. To me, that is just a masterpiece of 60s psychedelic music. It is just so interesting the way it like kind of captures like kind of like this consciousness between life and death. To me, it's just like transcendent, and it's a work of art, and I have had many amazing euphorias listening to that piece of music. How old are you? I am 24. What's your zodiac sign? Mine is a Taurus. Quality you look for in a partner? A lot of things. I look for people that have depth, that are creative, interesting, kind of a little bit, rebellious, off the beaten path, free-spirited. people that are honest and true and see beneath, all the superficialities of people, and loyalty, kindness, humor. Favorite quote. I don't know if I have like a favorite quote because there's so many great ones, but one that just kind of comes to mind is probably the one that's on my Twitter account. It's the Orson Welles quote that says, "Our songs will all be silenced, but what of it? Go on singing." I love that quote. I feel like it's something that I kind of live my life by. Favorite actor, Daniel Day-Lewis, because it's Daniel Day-Lewis. Favorite color. I don't have a favorite color. It just depends on my mood, and it could be anything. Loud music or soft music. I don't have a preference, and I don't listen to one, I think, more than the other. It really, like the other question, it just depends on my mood. Where do you go when you're sad? Well, I usually just come back here to my apartment and turn on Radiohead and just cry a lot and lay in my bed, or I'll go to my best friend's house because she always makes me feel better, even though she doesn't think she does, and she's so much wiser than she thinks she is. So that. How long does it take you to shower? Like 10 minutes, maybe 5-10 minutes. I'm like one of those people where I don't want to take long showers because I feel like it wastes water. How long does it take you to get ready in the morning? It takes me like 10 minutes, and I'm not kidding you. Like I wake up at like 7:55, I'm out the door by 8:05, and I'm not OCD or anything. That's just what I notice, and it's like I'm really quick about it. Plus, I'm not one of those girls who does their hair or lots of makeup or things like that. So, ever been in a physical fight? I mean, yes. I mean, like, I have a brother, so we have wrestled and fought a lot and gotten angry at each other when we were younger. But as an adult, I mean, I've been pushed around, and I pushed other people around, but we were drunk. What's your turn on? I would say artistry, creativity, rebellion, experimentation, and sexuality. Turn off, superficiality, and arrogance. The reason I joined YouTube, I've said this before, I joined YouTube because when I was younger, I had, and I'm still this way, I'm very opinionated, I have lots of passion about things, and I just felt like nobody really listened, so I felt like, I'll just go online and share my opinions with a bunch of, faceless people that I'll never know or see. So that's the ironic part. Fears. I'm not a person that is afraid of many things. There's very few things that I don't think I can experience and not overcome. And I think everybody's like that for the most part. But I'd probably say, if I had to choose something, I'd say not experiencing, like missed opportunities, letting opportunities pass me by, especially when we really don't have that much time on Earth. Last thing that made you cry. I don't really cry that much, but I'd probably say like maybe a month and a half ago, I went through a breakup and I cried like buckets and buckets of tears like every single day for about a month and a half, something like that. So yeah, that was the last time I cried. Last time you said you loved someone. I think I told my best friend that I loved her like 2 weeks ago. Meaning behind your YouTube/blogger name. Deepfocuslens is kind of a reference to Orson Welles. For some reason, the way that the look of his films to me just really sticks out in my mind as something very special. I just love the look. I knew that if I were a director, I would probably use a lot of the same style, very kind of expressionistic, sharp, kind of deep focus images. I love the idea of being able to see everything and all the detail from the foreground to the background. And also the idea of like deep focus lens makes it seem like there's, like depth and things like that. Not just depth of field, but, depth psychologically. So yeah, that's just kind of a little ode to Orson Welles. Last book you read. Here's the thing. I am really bad about finishing books. Like I've started like 5 or 6 in the last year, and I'll get like a third of the way through, but I never finish them. I am so bad at that. So I'd probably say like the last book I read, which was like maybe over a year ago, was like, I think Catcher in the Rye, maybe? The book you're currently reading. Well, I have like 5 or 6, but I'd say the last one that I started to read was, and I don't know if this really counts, but I purchased the Tibetan Book of the Dead, but it's the translated version called The Psychedelic Experience. So every once in a while, I'll kind of pick that up and just kind of read from it. I think it's really important, has a lot of important lessons in it, and I think all people should read it. Last show you watched was, to where I've caught up to the current season, Girls. I am obsessed with that show. Last person you talked to. That was my, one of my coworkers after I left work. The relationship between you and the last person you texted. It's complicated. I'll just say that. Favorite food. I like all kinds of different foods. I like everything except I'm not really a big fan of American, but all kinds of different exotic cuisines. But I'm a big fan of sushi. Places you want to visit. I want to visit everywhere. All kinds of different foreign countries. The more exotic and off the map, the better. Currently, I'm really interested in going to South America. Last place you were. I went to San Francisco this summer with my mom. Do you have a crush? No, I don't. I don't know. I had crushes like when I was younger, like in high school and stuff like that. But now, if I like somebody, I like to let them know it. I don't like being secretive because I feel like I did that for way too long when I was a kid. So, yeah, no crushes. Last time you kissed someone. If you mean like romantic kiss, like 2 days ago. Last time you were insulted. I don't get insulted that often. I have a really good friend and he insults me often, but it's not like insults in the way that you'd think. It's more like he's being honest with me and telling me how I really am. And he's very, he's not afraid to, let me know, if I'm doing something stupid or, whatever. So, it's an insult, but I need to hear it. So I guess that's probably the best kind of insult. Favorite flavor of sweet? Chocolate. Who doesn't love chocolate? What instruments do you play? I don't play any currently, but I played piano for many years. Both my parents are classical pianists, and they also taught me for most of that time. And I played the viola pretty seriously for quite a few years. Favorite piece of jewelry? I have this really cool necklace. It's like a long necklace, and it has like a fake 1950s style camera with a diamond as the lens, and it just looks so cool, and it goes with almost everything I own. Last sport you played. Does beer pong count? Last song you sang. Lush Life, which is a beautiful jazz piece. Favorite chat up line. I hate chat up lines, and I just hate any sort of go-to line. Be yourself, be original. And the next question is, have you ever used that chat up line? And no. And if I ever do, it's a sign of the apocalypse. Last time you hung out with anyone? Yesterday. I hung out with a coworker. We went to dinner. Who would answer these questions next? Okay. So I am going to go with 3 specific people. And again, I know this is TMI, so if you don't want to answer all the questions, you don't have to, but it'd be really cool if you did. I'm going to go with Big Gabe of, as I said last time, the Stuffed Burrito Establishment. And then I'm going to say London City Girl TV because she tagged me on the original video. And then I'm going to go, last but not least, Gabe Goodman 09. So if you are willing to put that information out there, that would be awesome. Anyway, that was fun. I love doing these videos. So yeah, if you've got any more tags, bring them on. If you want to follow me on Twitter, the link is below, and then you can like my Facebook page. And that's all I got. So catch you next time.